Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. This is a video that I didn't necessarily want to make. I wasn't looking forward to making it. I feel like I have to make it because just last week, Marco Rubio announced that he wants taxpayers' money to fund extreme risk protection orders, otherwise known as red flag laws. Now, red flag laws is when somebody makes a complaint on a gun owner that they are a danger to themselves or somebody else. It goes in front of a judge. If the judge signs it, local law enforcement goes to that gun owner's residence and confiscates their guns. We've been saying for years the government was making a plan to confiscate guns of people who they don't like, people who they think are dangerous, somebody who makes a claim. And here we're seeing it, and it's sponsored by members of our government. I told you I was worried about the flaky Republicans, the rhinos who think that, you know, maybe we can appease them by doing this, or maybe this will actually work. Well, look what happened in Maryland last month when there was a red flag order against a gentleman. Very early in the morning, they pound on his door. He sees that it's law enforcement. He goes, has a conversation with them, and then learns that they're there to confiscate his guns. So he grabs his gun to say, "You're not going to take this." A struggle ensues over the gun. In the midst of the struggle, the gun fires. Nobody got hit or anything. The other officer shoots and kills the gun owner. That is dangerous. And that is what we can expect if this national red flag law or extreme risk protection order, I don't care how you say it, is enacted, because there are not many people I know who are going to willingly give up their guns. This man lost his life for what? And then afterward, his niece said he was never a threat. He wouldn't hurt anybody. But see, that's all it takes is somebody to make a claim. Say, oh yeah, this person said they were going to go out and create a mass shooting. This person said they were going to commit suicide. This person said this. It doesn't even have to be true. All the research that I have seen so far states that there are no penalties for anybody who makes a false claim. So you can make a false claim on somebody, they come and take your guns, and that's that. I could see that happening to me. Whether it's something I said on video or something I didn't say at all, but law enforcement show up and look to take my firearms that I spent many years, many man hours working to have this collection, to just take it and then hold on to it for a minimum of 6 months. Now, to make matters worse, the NRA last March said that this is a good idea. This is a good idea. We need this to make our society safe. But I'm wondering, how is not affording somebody due process making society safe? It's like the exact opposite. I don't know anybody who is just going to say, oh yeah, here are my guns, go ahead and take them. And then in the meantime, a minimum of 6 months or even longer, you are unarmed. You have no means to protect your family other than your fists, or somebody kicks in your door and they're armed. You are in trouble because the government took your guns. I want to play just a few cuts now of what Chris Cox from the NRA said about extreme risk protection orders or red flag laws.
So Congress should provide funding for states to adopt risk protection orders. These laws allow a court to intervene and temporarily remove firearms when a person threatens violence to themselves or others. They should have strong due process protections and require that the person get treatment. This can help prevent violent behavior before it turns into a tragedy.
The NRA came back and said, you guys don't understand, you didn't do your research, we would never support legislation that lacks due process. But that is exactly what these red flag laws are. They don't offer due process. The gun owner is only notified when the police show up at their door and say, give us your guns. We have a warrant right here for seizure of your guns, signed by a judge. End of story. We're here to take your guns. We're not leaving without them. Tell me how that's due process. All right, and I can just envision more violent happenings taking place throughout the country the more this is enacted. So that is why I support the gun owners of America. They are no compromise. They will not support a ban on bump stocks. They will not support these red flag laws. All right, and as we see that there are certain groups that cave to political pressure, and there are other groups that say, no, we will not stand for this. And that is exactly who the gun owners of America are. That's why I support them. I think you should too. If you think that it can't happen to you, you know, I know for a fact there are people out there who don't like me. All right, not that I did anything wrong, not that I committed a crime, not that I made a threat or anything, but they would love nothing more than to see me hurt somehow, and they know the exact way they could do it without any penalty to themselves. It's a disgrace. It's no good, and I think that as time goes on, myself, the gun owners of America, you, and so many others who are against this false legislation will see exactly why it's no good. I appreciate you watching, and you guys be safe.